We're about to turn this ugly looking window into a new doorway in about a couple minutes. First things first, we got our door where we're measuring our dimensions. Excuse my verbal diarrhea once again. I'm using my laser level. Now I'm going bigger. I'm going to go the width of this window opening, and then I'll be closing it down with pressure treated 2x8s when the time comes. My laser level has perfect plumb lines. I'm taking my 6-foot level going up and down, marking it entirely. I use my Milwaukee Sharpie Marksaw because it marks on absolutely anything, and it is my favorite. Now it's time to remove the window in its entirety and all the wood blocking all the way around. It was screwed in, so it's easy enough to just remove the screws, not even much prying necessary. Next, I take out my Stihl demo saw. This is a 14-inch concrete cutoff saw with a diamond blade. I cut up and I cut down almost to the floor. Now this only cuts 4 inches deep and the wall's 8 inches thick. So next I take my hammer drill with my 16-inch bit and I drill all the way through at my 4 corners to the outside. This is how I know how to mark my outside and have extremely accurate marks. We don't want any fudge ups, any mistakes. As you can see, the hole goes all the way through. Now here are my points. Again, I take my 6-foot level. My laser level will not work out in sunlight. It does when it's undercover, but not when it's in the midst of the day. So I'm using my 6-foot level, doing my plumb, doing my level and square, and marking it all the way out. Now I'm just cutting the rough opening one more time, this time from the outside with my concrete cutoff saw. Now for the fun part. I get my sledgehammer and I get to whack through the wall. Now I whack from the outside in because concrete on the inside, the concrete floor is much easier to clean up than the grass is out here. Obviously there's some things I have to clean up from the grass, but the floor in the garage is disgusting. It is not finished work. So I'm doing it this way. Now it's time to knock out the additional 8 inches each way because I'm going to be putting a new concrete lentil over top for support of my structure. You need to do this. This or a piece of iron. Now we're removing the rest of the concrete block. We're going all the way down to the bottom of our marking that was marked out and drilled through. As you can see, it's very easy to smash as the marks go all the way through now that we cut both sides. Here's our rough opening. Now it's time to get ready to install our lentil, and then once that's in, time for the door. And we're back at you with the highly requested part 2 of creating a doorway. Just finishing off the knocking out all of these blocks as finished in the first video. Then we'll be turning our attention to the ever most important installing of the lentils. These lentils are poured concrete with rebar reinforcement. They are 8-inch high, tall lentils, 4 inches wide. We're going to be installing 2 of them. They're going to be carrying the load and the weight from above to protect our doorway from crumbling. We're going to install both of them from the inside out using scaffolding. Now we're getting our grout bag. This is type M mortar, which we use to install them with. And we're going to be grouting all the way around this lentil with the mortar bag, grout bag, what have you, and we'll be letting this lock it in and becoming solid and hard. As you can see, there's cement pouring through all the CMU webs. That's done by design. We want that to get hard. Then we do the joints just like you would a typical block. This looks like block as well, made of the same structural components. It's cement, mortar, and water, and sand. Now, we installed the first one. We let it get hard a bit. Then it's time to turn our attention to the second lintel. Again, we still install both from the outside just for ease. Then once that one's in and set a bit, we install the second one on the same type M sand and water mix. So we spread that like you would block, and then we set it on that, and then we go get our grout bag again, and we fully grout it in with the grout bag. This locks it in entirely, solidifies it, holds it in place, becomes solid like a rock. Here's the grout bag going at it again all the way around. Same as the inside. I'm really putting emphasis on this because this is all the strength for your doorway. Then we take out our joiner and we go all the way through with our round joiner. This is the support for our door so that the blocks do not fall and crumble the doorway. This is the most important part of creating a doorway. Next up, we'll actually install the door for you guys.
Fucking what's his name?